Some have never heard of this holiday. For others, it's a yearly celebration.
I want everybody to learn about this holiday so that it's not such a surprise. It's not a question about why it's on the calendar.
June 19th, or Juneteenth, marks the official end of slavery in the United States.
If we take a step back and relate to those particular documents that theoretically established freedom for African American citizens, where it actually was not so. It was not in the Constitution. It was not in the Declaration of Independence. And even more so, freedom did not come with the Emancipation Act of 1863.
Though the Civil War was technically over, fighting continued in Texas.
There were still a lot of people that didn't know that, and they were still living as slaves.
2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, federal troops arrived in Galveston, Texas to take over the state and ensure the freedom of enslaved people.
The celebration is actually a reflection of not when African Americans were told they were free, it's when they actually had the freedom to decide that they would stay on those plantations or move to the north or seek other places of living that allowed them true freedom and flexibility.
Leon Wilson of the Museum of African American History, Boston, says Juneteenth celebrations are an annual occurrence in Boston.
The African American population has always known of that circumstance and that date. And June 19th meant an awful lot in 1865. But I remember hearing about it through my parents and my grandparents. And when I came to Boston, heard more about it. So it is simply something that has been addressed because of a very tragic circumstance with George Floyd's unfortunate death.
Floyd's death sparked protest and open dialogue surrounding issues of race. Many are also inspired to take action in their communities.
I was really moved by the murder of Mr. Floyd, and so that kind of got me into action mode, and I decided I wanted to do something that could be representing my culture and where I live in my environment.
In 2020, Shantae Holmes organized Walpole's first annual Juneteenth celebration.
I was encouraged that it could be done with some help of the community, and it was. In 8 days, we put together an amazing first recognition of Juneteenth. It's important to celebrate because it's an American holiday that marks the end of a horrible time for Black Americans.
Planning an event in 2020 was challenging, but Holmes says there was a need in the suburbs for an inclusive Juneteenth celebration.
We run to other places because it's what's comfortable, and in order to make sure that we celebrate Juneteenth as it should be celebrated, the Black community needs to feel like there's a place that we can go that is local to us where we live. We should do it there.
As Holmes looks to the future, she is excited to include neighboring communities.
I reached out to other towns to see if they were going to be celebrating, and if not, come and join us, come party with us.
Because Juneteenth is a day for everyone to celebrate.
It celebrates freedom, just like the 4th of July does. I think sometimes people get hung up on the colorism and the black and white, where I think just like we as Black Americans learn about the 4th of July, I think white Americans should learn about Juneteenth.
Standing in the African Meeting House on Beacon Hill, Wilson encourages people to learn more about the area they live in.
It is also the home of the oldest freestanding African American church in the country. African American history is American history.
And we just learned that Congress approved the bill making Juneteenth a federal holiday and is now being sent to President Joe Biden's desk for his signature. Still to come, honoring fathers and father figures.